Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers Friday, November 15. Jason defends Drew payback to Carly. Rick wants to press charges. General Hospital, GH, spoilers for Friday, November 15, reveal that Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, will open up to Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner. So we'll see if this involves her lingering feelings for Jason Morgan, Steve Furton, or concerns about Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers. Now that he's skipped town with Holly Sutton, Emma Sams. Felicia will also talk to Anna about some worries regarding Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson, who doesn't know Robert the way they do. Perhaps Felicia will fear that Sasha's going to struggle with more abandonment issues and not see that Robert has a good heart. Of course, Sasha is already in the loop on Robert and Holly's joint departure. Since Sasha is still trying to process the fact that Robert is her bio dad, she's telling herself that his exit will give her time to figure things out. Speaking of figuring things out, Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, will hope to do that now that he's been summoned to the hospital. Isaiah will ask Terry Randolph, Cassandra James, if there's a problem with Lulu Spencer's, Alexa Havens, recovery, but she'll insist it's nothing like that. In fact, Isaiah did such a great job on Lulu's transplant that Terry will probably want to make him a full-time surgeon at GH. General Hospital spoilers say Isaiah will get a tempting offer, so he may eventually accept the job. At the boxing gym, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, will talk to Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, during a workout. Sonny will find out Lucky is thinking of going back to Africa, so he may push him to stick around Port Charles instead. If what I'm looking for isn't here, why should I stay? Lucky asks in Friday's preview video. This might be a good time for Sonny to hit Lucky with the harsh truth and insist not everything is about him. Lucky sounds incredibly selfish with all that talk about what he's looking for. What about what Aiden Weber, Colin Cassidy, is looking for? Like a real relationship with a father he barely knows. It'd break Aiden's heart if Lucky left again and might destroy their relationship for good. So Lucky needs to think long and hard about that. Fortunately, we know Lucky will indeed end up staying in Port Charles, perhaps partly because of Lulu's upcoming wake-up call. In the meantime, Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, will complain to Terry and worry about what Lucky's actions are going to do to Aiden. Over with Jason, he'll face Carly Spencer's, Laura Wright, grilling session. Carly will demand answers about Jason's decision to beat up Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, but Jason won't offer much of an explanation. Instead, Jason will insist that all Carly needs to know is that Drew got everything he deserved. At the Quartermain mansion, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, will tackle a new client. It appears Drew will hire Rick as his attorney, so Rick will gleefully hope that they're pressing charges against Jason. Drew seemingly wants to keep all this quiet instead, but he may still need Rick on standby in case this erupts into bigger problems. General Hospital spoilers say Drew and Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, definitely have more drama ahead of them due to their cheating fiasco, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the turmoil. On General Hospital, Friday, November 15, things in Port Charles are set to escalate as Jason finds himself caught in a turbulent battle of loyalties, with Drew and Carly at the center of the storm. Meanwhile, Rick Lansing reemerges, determined to press charges, and his ruthless pursuit of justice promises to unearth tensions that have been simmering for far too long. Here's how the action-packed day unfolds in Port Charles. Jason defends Drew, but why? Jason Morgan, normally the silent, decisive enforcer, is in a rare position of hesitation. He's been estranged from his twin, Drew Cain, ever since Drew returned to Port Charles with lingering hostility over past wrongs and a mix of complex emotions about Jason's history with Carly and Sonny. However, Drew's recent vulnerability and the threat he now faces have stirred a protective instinct in Jason. Carly, unsurprisingly, has mixed feelings about this. Drew has never truly been in her inner circle, and their history is complicated. Yet Jason's loyalty is unyielding, and he's standing by Drew's side despite Carly's wariness. The source of Jason's loyalty seems unclear even to him. Maybe it's a blood bond, or maybe it's his own code of honor. Drew has come under intense fire after Rick accused him of stirring up trouble at Sonny's warehouse, claiming he overheard Drew speaking to a figure tied to the feds. Rick, known for his vendettas, saw this as an opportunity to not only rattle Sonny, but also get one over on Jason and anyone close to him. Rick's motive for revenge. Rick Lansing has always held a chip on his shoulder against the Corinthos family, and this new vendetta seems all too personal. Returning to Port Charles after a time away, Rick found himself more embittered than ever, particularly toward his half-brother Sonny, and by extension, Jason. The accusations he's bringing against Drew might seem minor at first glance, but Rick's ultimate goal is to pull Sonny's world into chaos. He believes Drew is the weak link, the one person who could be swayed into turning on the Corinthos organization. By pressing charges, Rick hopes to trap Drew into making a deal, hoping that, under pressure, Drew might reveal information that would destabilize Sonny's empire. As for Drew, he's caught in a precarious situation. Facing charges for a crime he claims he didn't commit, he's left with two options: fight the charges and risk more trouble, or cooperate in a way that could damage Sonny and Jason's operation. However, Drew isn't one to bow easily, and with Jason stepping in, Rick may find his plans harder to execute than he anticipated. Carly's reluctant alliance with Jason. Carly's caught in the middle of all of this with an internal struggle of her own. She has spent years by Jason's side, the bond between them deeper than many people understand. But her loyalty to Jason isn't unconditional. She's fiercely protective of Sonny's empire, and this incident with Drew has left her questioning Jason's judgment. Her stance has always been clear. If anyone threatens Sonny's livelihood, they're a problem, even if that person happens to be Jason's brother. But as Jason defends Drew, Carly feels forced to put her own misgivings aside and reluctantly support Jason's decision. She makes a rare appearance at the courthouse, a move that leaves both Sonny and Rick curious about her motives. Carly's presence is primarily a show of loyalty to Jason, yet underneath it, her motives are layered with complexity. If she can stand by Drew, then maybe, just maybe, she'll keep Jason from going too far off course. This fragile alliance, however, is tested almost immediately when Rick, unbothered by Carly's influence, delivers a scathing statement to the press, painting Drew as a hardened criminal and linking him to Sonny's notorious dealings. Sonny's dilemma: a brother's bond or a threat? The accusations leave Sonny with an uncomfortable choice of his own. Drew, as Jason's brother, shouldn't be a threat. But Sonny knows better than anyone that family ties can quickly turn into liabilities. Despite Carly's pleas for him to stay away from the courthouse, Sonny arrives just in time to witness Rick attempting to sway the judge. This isn't just about Drew for Sonny. It's a test of loyalty for everyone involved. He trusts Jason, but Drew's recent actions have left him on edge. Rick's allegations, though likely exaggerated, could spell trouble if they're taken seriously. Sonny takes a moment to confront Jason in the courthouse corridor, his tone cautious but edged with warning. "I understand loyalty, Jason," Sonny tells him, "but there's a line, and I need to know which side you're on." Jason, unwavering, assures Sonny that protecting Drew is as much about keeping the family safe as it is about loyalty. Sonny's doubts remain, though, and Carly, catching a glimpse of their exchange, realizes the rift this may cause in their unbreakable bond. Rick's bold move in court. Rick, confident in his manipulation, calls for Drew to be remanded without bail, hoping the judge will find enough reason to grant his request. The courtroom is tense as Rick paints Drew as a calculated mastermind, detailing how he supposedly colluded with federal agents to undermine Sonny's business. But Jason steps in, his quiet but powerful presence turning the tide. "Your Honor," he says firmly, "Drew Cain may have a complicated past, but he's not here to do anyone's bidding. I'll vouch for him." The court is stunned, and even Rick seems momentarily taken aback by Jason's unexpected defense. The judge pauses, clearly contemplating the unorthodox defense, and much to Rick's irritation, decides against denying Drew bail. As the gavel bangs down, Rick shoots Jason a venomous glare, knowing this won't be the end of his pursuit. The fallout, tensions run high. After the hearing, Drew confronts Jason, grateful yet confused by Jason's loyalty. He questions why Jason would risk so much for him, especially considering their history. Jason's response is measured, but he's unable to explain the deeper motivations behind his actions. "You're my brother, Drew. That's enough," he says simply. Drew, visibly moved, realizes he has more in common with Jason than he initially believed. Back at the Metro Court, Carly shares a drink with Sonny, discussing the day's events and their implications. Sonny, shaken by the day's revelations, voices concerns about Jason's newfound dedication to Drew. Carly, ever the voice of reason, reminds Sonny that family, though complicated, has always been the foundation of their lives. "Jason will always be loyal to you, Sonny," Carly reassures him. "This thing with Drew, it's just Jason being Jason. He doesn't leave family behind." Meanwhile, Rick is far from deterred. Seeing that he's underestimated Jason, he decides to regroup and escalate his vendetta. Rumors circulate that Rick's already assembling a new case, this time aimed at tearing down Sonny's reputation and hoping it will drag Drew, Jason, and Carly down along with it. As tensions simmer and the stakes heighten, Port Charles finds itself on the brink of a showdown that may reveal secrets even its most powerful residents have long kept hidden. Friday's events leave Jason, Carly, Sonny, and Drew questioning their alliances. And with Rick lurking in the shadows, they'll have to decide just how far they're willing to go to protect their family and themselves.